Thursday. I like to start Thursdays with something I call Thankful Thursday because alliteration is simple and people like it, I guess. Just be grateful today. I know sometimes that seems really hard, especially if you're dealing with some big struggles or you have some particularly tough challenges at the time. But you have to be grateful for what you do have. Or if you don't feel you have much, you have to be grateful you don't have less. See? It's not as hard as you think it is. Because you can be like, oh man, like my car broke down. It's like, yeah, but you have a car. Yeah, it broke down, but you have a car. You didn't have a car. If you didn't have a car, you wouldn't have been able to do the things you needed to do that required a car. See what I'm saying? And I always look at it as if you follow the worst case scenarios all the way down the line, the worst case scenario for you is that you die. So as long as you don't die, you still have something to be grateful for. And if you do die, then you don't care because you're dead. So take a second. Like I did not like the house we used to live in. I love our house now because we finally bought a house. But I did not like the house we lived in. I lived there for 6 years. But I would tell myself, I am grateful that I have a roof over my head. I have a home. Also, I'm grateful I don't have to live with family or friends. Those were things at the time that were, for me, important to be grateful about. Today, I'm grateful for things like, I have clean clothes. I have coffee. Oh, I'm so thankful for coffee. I'm thankful that I can get to and from work. I'm thankful that I have work. I'm thankful that I have the shop to go to. And if I didn't have the shop, well, I'd be working somewhere else, and I'd be thankful to have that job because, at least I'm capable of generating income to support my family. I'm thankful that I have clean water, running water, not even, fuck, how many places in the world don't have running water? How many people don't have clean drinking water? Shit, that's like a minor fucking miracle. And you have to keep that perspective that, man, even if you're in the bottom rung of income in America and you're in poverty here, you're still wealthier than most of the people on the planet. You still have more than most people on the planet ever will. And that's something to think about a little bit. I'm not saying you should just accept and stay in that spot. You want to improve. I'm all about improvement. I'm all about pushing yourself to improve and making your situation better. But I think it's good to recognize the reality of our situation. And a lot of times the reality is it's not as bad as we're making it out to be. It might be tough, and I'm not downplaying difficulties. I've dealt with my share of difficulties. I still do. But I just try not to focus on them. Yesterday, we, the baby's going to be here soon, and Asher's going to be switching bedrooms into his, big boy room. And we painted his new room yesterday, the bulk of it, not all of it, because we couldn't get it done because it was taking fucking forever. And, I was going through in my head a lot of different things. I mean, for one, I was thinking, I couldn't get it out of my head. I'm like, this would have taken a professional 2-3 hours and cost us a couple $100. Instead, we spent a full fucking day, and it still cost us $100 in materials. And I was just thinking fuck, we could have paid somebody to do this, and I could have gone to work and made more than we spent, and spent less time doing it. But I got to spend time with Steph, quality time with Steph, so I'm thankful for that. Sometimes you gotta look at things even when you realize it's you are the one that made a mistake in the situation, like I did yesterday, and just understand that there's still something to be grateful for in that. And I got to spend quality time with my wife. Then that's good. It's good. We don't get a lot of that. And then of course when we go to pull the painter's tape off the ceiling, it just basically starts ripping paint off the wall, and I'm like, oh fucking A, that's great. But I laughed about it, That's a good problem. That's a great problem to have, because of, a lot of people not only can they not afford to hire somebody, they can't afford to do it themselves. That $100 overhead on buying good paint, a lot of people can't afford it. So I'm thankful that I was in a position to be able to do that. And on top of that, I got to climb up and down a ladder all day, and that's kind of like working out. So I kind of exercised, sort of. So I'm thankful for that. Fuck, like look at the good in every situation that annoys you. There is so much to be thankful for every day, and we just take it for granted. We look at things and we just pass right by them. We take it for granted. Things are amazing. The cars are amazing. Internal combustion engines are fucking amazing. Airplanes are amazing. It's a flying fucking ton of steel. Amazing. And that's the thing, is we take out the context all the time and just look at the immediate thing right in front of us, and we like to bitch and gripe and moan about it. But you don't need to do that. You know why? Because it's Thankful Thursday and alliteration is good. So just take a second. Think about one thing you like in your life. One thing. And be grateful for it. You know why? Because when you're experiencing gratitude and putting out that sense of being thankful for the things you have, you can't possibly be angry or bitter or any other level of negative emotion. You can't feel it while you're being grateful. And that's why it's important to always remind yourself of the things you're grateful for. Because the more you're reminding yourself of what you're grateful for, the less time you have to dwell on the shit that makes you angry and bitter. So you want to get rid of bitterness, you want to get rid of your anger and get over it, start being thankful for the things you have. It pushes the shit to the back and pushes it to the side, because the more gratitude you're filling your head with, the less room there is for that other shit. You can't be angry and grateful at the same time. Try it. Just test it. So it's Thursday. Thankful Thursday. Alliteration is good. Think of some things you're thankful for and realize that you have it better than you think you do. Love you guys.